Well, I am back now. Sorry about that. I yeah, don't know what happened there. Think that maybe my internet's not too good, but at where I live at right now, unfortunately. So I'm yeah, still trying to figure this out. Let me see. I may need to. Let me see if I need to add the new. Guess if I gotta add the new. Yeah, it looks like I gotta add the new live stream. Alright, let's see. So, I need to do this real quick. Give me one moment, people. If you're looking at this, I apologize. Copy this real quick. I'm gonna post it on my threads real quick. Mm. Let's see. Sorry, bear with me right now. I'm just trying to get this shared real quick. Make sure I'm still live here. Yeah, looks like I'm still live. Alright. Everything looks to be good now. I don't know why I ended up. Unfortunately, that happened. I don't know why the live stream ended like that. I assume it's because of the internet. Like I said, where I live at right now, unfortunately, it's a shared Wi Fi network at the moment. So, I don't have my own connection. So, live streaming may not be the best choice for me. But I'm still trying. So, let's see. Live chat. Concurrent viewers, chat rate. Looks like somebody was on here maybe earlier. So, I'll be looking at the analytics too much. I need to stop looking at analytics and just create content like Gary Vee says. Let me see. I'm put stream ended by accident. Back log again. And I'm gonna put a little nervous face there. All right, well, we're good there. Yeah, I forget what I was talking about though. When they came, I was talking about threads or something. I don't even know where I left off at, to be honest with y'all. So I'm just gonna continue with my drawing here of Mario and Luigi. Also, I got a copyright claim from some of the copyright-free music that I'm using right now for my background music. Should be copyright-free. At least that's what it said. Maybe I just made that up in my head. That's right, I could rhyme anytime. Alright, so maybe I should do just suck it up and just do an epidemic sound, the subscription. If you don't know what epidemic sound is, it's a subscription based service that it has copyright free like music and sound effects and all that good stuff. So yeah, I may just need to go ahead and fess up a little bit of money per month, especially if I'm gonna do this live streaming a lot more like I think I am. Sorry, I'm hitting my mic right now. Um, yeah, so something I found out is that the mic that I'm using is called either a lapel mic or a Lavelle mic. It's used interchangeably, and I didn't know that. I thought that it was one or the other, but it's both of them. So that's what. But yeah, this drawing right here, I'm just gonna tell you something about it real quick. So I was originally gonna make an actual YouTube video on it, but with the voiceover, I just haven't got to it. I may still upload it, don't know yet. We'll see if I do upload it or not. If I do, hopefully you'll watch the video. If I don't, well, you won't be able to watch the video. So, that is what it is. But yeah, but I actually kind of like it because I made this off of a reference. Um, yeah, and it was a cool reference, man. Like I like the reference looks better than my picture, of course. But I like the way this came out because it's more in my art style. Because something I try to do, and this is something I don't try to actively do this, but it's just kind of something that passively happens, where I just naturally I draw I almost said my art style. It's from New York, my art style. So a lot of my stuff is very cartoony and you know very unphotorealistic. Like even like this. This is supposed to be like Freddy Krueger, right? That's kind of just quick reference and just quick sketch of him. And I keep on hitting my mic, y'all. I'm so sorry. Y'all hearing taps and everything, but it is what it is right now. So this one right here, this is actually something I drew, but I traced my I traced the I forget what the freaking character is from Naruto. See just a whole bunch of like just doing references and stuff. Like this one actually I really like because this one I drew by freehand and it's kind of a mo. My accent just changes all the time. It's kind of a more like cartoony, like if you know Bendy and the Ink Machine. If you don't know Bendy and the Ink Machine, it's like an indie horror game, and it's a good game to play, but it's kind of that same art style where it's like very old school and all that. This one I also like, it's just a purple monkey, of course, but yeah, it's fun to see some of the drawings that I've made. Honestly, some of them are terrible. Like this one is terrible. This one's supposed to. You're gonna laugh at this if you know what the character is, but this one is supposed to be I think it's Zetsu from Naruto. So it's the black and white character, or it's like split in half, and it's like the right hand man to Madara, the main villain in Naruto. So yeah, it was supposed to be that. But these right here are cool too. Like this is supposed to be like a puppy. Whoop, you know what I mean to make that line. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a puppy and just kind of different poses of the puppy. This one right here is like a squirrel in different poses. And then this one right here, I forget what reference this is from, but it's a reference for Pinterest also. And it's fun, colorful, because Most of the time I don't do fun and colorful stuff. Most of my stuff is like this right here. This is of course Jack Skellington and his wife. More dark, you know. That's the stuff I kind of like more. This one right here is It the Clown. Even though if you've seen one of my other drawings, I bet the clown is more like photorealistic painting. This one right here was just more of a quick sketch though, so that's why that looks like that. With Halloween coming up, that's why I drew this one because I was like, I like black, I like orange, I like the contrast of the colors. So it just looks good. It's very much a fall feeling. This one's a little bit creepy, but I like it because it is creepy. It's Coraline from the Disney movie. Is it? No, it's not a Disney movie. It's just like a Disney style, is what it is. But actually, let me look that up. Is Coraline a Disney movie? Because if it is, I apologize. Cor, I can't spell. Coraline Disney. Let's see. It's a stop motion horror by Henry Selick, based on the Neil Gaiman's 2002 novella. It follows a girl, Coraline, discovers a secret door to an idealized alternative world that turns out to be a sinister trap orchestrated by her other mother. Featuring a voice cast including Dakota Fanning, Terry Hatcher. It was known to be stunning for its animation, dark themes, being the first feature film from, okay, so Leica Studios is who it is, not Disney. Even though it has like that stop motion, what do you call it? What's that word I'm looking for? Stop motion, Nightmare Before Christmas type of vibe. But yeah, of course, this is Kid Goku. If you know anything about anime, you know Kid Goku. If you ever seen a cartoon, you know Kid Goku. But yeah, this is some of the drawings. This is the Grinch's hand. Pretty iconic drawing, or not drawing, because I drew it. It's not iconic because I drew it. It's an iconic picture. This is Five Nights Before Five Nights Before Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's is what I meant to say. It's just Golden Fredbear. That's who that is. But yeah, so this one's actually really cool because this one originally my reference was actually just a sketch. So if you look at the actual, so this is the original sketch right here, and the sketch itself, that's kind of how the reference looked. But then I was like, I kind of want to add color to this. So I just use my imagination of dogs, and of course the dogs that I've seen in my life that are, I forget what breed of dog this is, but it's a yeah, it's that dog with the gray, the dark gray on top, light gray on the bottom, a little bit of white in it, or a lighter gray, I guess. But yeah, I really like this drawing because I was able to capture kind of what I wanted to in it. So yeah, but this one's pretty cool too. I like this one. This one was a like a drawing of a. It was a sketch of like the mask or whatever, and I just wanted to color it in as well. This one was cool. Um, I forget where I got the reference from, but it was a reference. Well, I know where I got the reference. The reference is from Pinterest. I get all my references from Pinterest. So, but I just have a never-ending, never-ending reference. What do you call it? Pin board. I think is what they call it on Pinterest. I just have a never-ending one where I just have a whole bunch of references, and a lot of them I don't even use. I just kind of scroll through sometimes, and I just look to see what I want to draw that day, and then I draw it. So, or at least I attempt to draw it. Sometimes it comes out terrible. Other times it comes out pretty good. And other times it comes out actually pretty great, Like it's not the best drawing I've ever done at any point in my life, but they're all fun. So right now I'm looking at a reference of Michael Jackson and Wednesday from the Addams Family. This is actually really cool. I'm gonna probably draw that later. That's Zetsu again. More Halloween drawings, more drawings of women. Let's see. A lot of people like drawing women, pretty women, especially. And I get why. It's very pleasing to the eye, you know. I think all of us like women. Even women, I think, like women in terms of like looking at them. So I think that's why a lot of people tend to draw women. Let's see, we got Jiminy Cricket here, blah blah blah. Batman. I think I'm gonna try to draw this right here. I'm gonna actually take these headphones off because these headphones have been hurting my ears a little bit. The headphones I'm talking about are the Beats Studio Pro. I got big ears, so whenever I use them, they tend to do a lot of pressure on my ears. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to draw this. So it's just a goldfish, is what it is right now. So let's see what I can do. I think I'm gonna do. Let's see. I'm just gonna do paper size. I always lower my the brightness of my background because especially at night when I'm drawing, because a lot of my drawings I do at night. Right now it's not nighttime. It's in the middle of the day. It's evening time. This time I'm gonna do the regular pencil that I use. One thing I do wonder is what's gonna come of this live stream. Like, is this really gonna be something that? I mean, I'm still gonna do it regardless, but I wonder if anybody's ever going to, which eventually somebody will. I know, but I'll be able to talk to somebody, you know, and be able to kind of get some audience feedback. That'll be fun, you know. But for the beginning time, I'm just gonna be talking to myself, which is I don't want to say psychotic, but it's definitely something normal people don't do. I'll tell you that. Maybe we all do it. Maybe it is something normal people do. This right here, I'm drawing body. Let's see. Now I'm gonna start working on the tail. So tail's gonna go. I think I'm actually gonna move this up a little bit. So I'm gonna go up here. There we go. Tail's gonna go out, go this way. By the way, if you think I'm a professional artist, I am not. I am an amateur at best, but I am an artist, and I am a hobbyist, and I love doing art, and I think that is it's the best type of artist, you know, is somebody who loves to do it, and like I said, hopefully I'll make some money, but I don't do it because of the money only, and I hope I never get to that point where I'm only doing it for the money, because I know a lot of artists. And when I say artists, I'm talking about anybody that creates anything. I'm talking about musicians, talking about directors, producers, talking about actors. A lot of them, once they get to a certain point, from what I realize, they start doing it for the money. Like they only do it just to be, you know, just to once you get to a certain point, you only start doing it because you kind of have to, and that's one danger of making this a career. Being an artist or being a creative in general is if you love something and once you add money to it, you're going to complicate the relationship with it. And this I need to extend a little bit. Let's see, because that's going to be the mouth most likely. Yeah, that'll be the mouth. It's gonna be the other eye over here. Alright. Yeah, so I need to get a new mic, by the way, because I know this microphone is probably not the best mic, but it's the best mic I got for me right now. So I do apologize in advance for any audio quality issues. Let's see. I'm gonna check to see if I have a copyright strike. Am I even still live? Oh, don't tell me I'm not live. Sorry, I gotta go to my studio real quick, my YouTube studio. I'll just click on later. Let's see. And it looks like I'm live right now. Connection seems to be good. Stream latency, low latency. Sorry, I'm just checking out my YouTuber stuff in the background because as a newest streamer, the funny thing is, I was watching MKBHD. If you don't know who MKBHD is, that's his username. His real name is Marquez Brownlee. He's a tech YouTuber. Been watching him for years. Like I pretty much, we're the same age actually, funny enough, because I'm 32. I think he's 31, 32, maybe a little bit older than me. But yeah, I've been watching him since I was a kid. Like since I had my first iPhone, and when YouTube had that old icon. Like yeah, I grew up on. I've been subscribed to him for a long time, and I remember he used to make videos in his dorm room on his college. And I remember at some point, I remember I thought that I wasn't good enough for college. Looking back at it now, though, I could have went to college, even though I didn't want the debt that comes with college. But I still could have went, and paid it off, because could have been a doctor or something, if I really applied myself. Some people say you can't, you can't be a doctor, you're not smart enough. But one thing you'll learn in life is that people would tell you can't do stuff all the time. They may not say it outright. It may just be their demeanor. But a lot of people think you can't do something. So just make sure that you don't ever doubt yourself. If you want to do something, just I was almost gonna cuss, but I'm not gonna do that. Almost cuss her. But yeah, just do it, man. Like when I say man, I'm talking about woman and man. So if there's any women or men watching this, or whatever your gender is, doesn't matter what you identify as. I think that we all should do what we feel like we want to do. For me, right now, that is art. That's why I'm doing it now when nobody's watching, because I love doing it. And I know that one day the hard work will pay off. One day I'll be able to look back at these viewerless streams, is what I'll call them, where there's nobody in here, nobody watching, and I'll be able to say, can't believe that I actually made it out from that. But the hardest part is starting, honestly. And that's what I realized. Even today, like when I was first trying to do this live stream, I talked about this a little earlier, but yeah, the hardest part for me was just trying to be perfect is what I was trying to do. And I'm like, dude, you're not going to be perfect at it. You're a beginner. That's what I'm telling myself, by the way. Like, I know I'm not gonna be perfect, so I'm like, why not just do it, man? Like, you figure it out along the way. Like, a lot of people don't got stuff figured out all the time, so just do it, man. Like that's, I'm telling you, that's the hardest part. Once you start doing it, you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I would have. It's just like when I used to be a kid, one of the scariest things for me was swimming. I used to be so scared of swimming because I couldn't swim. So that's kind of the prerequisite to that. But yeah, I didn't like swimming because I couldn't swim. So whenever we go to a pool or whatever, I was so scared to jump into the water because I was afraid I was gonna drown and die and all this other stuff. But what I realized is if you just take the leap of faith, man, whatever it is, doesn't have to, of course, this is a metaphorical, um, water that I'm talking about now, but in general, if you just take the leap of faith and you just do it, man, that there's so much, you get so much confidence once you do it, because then you realize how unscary it is, and you're like, oh, just like when I was, even now, I'm still scared of this, but not as scared as I used to be. But women, right? So I'm not saying I'm afraid of women, by the way. Let's clarify that right now. What I am saying though is that I used to be afraid of women. I used to be scared of talking to them. I used to, overanalyze, like, oh, what am I gonna say? How am I gonna say it? Then I realized they're human beings, man. Like, we are all human beings living on this planet. None of us got everything figured out. Even people that are older, like even my grandmother, right? When I would talk to my grandmother, she would tell me that she doesn't have things figured out. But a lot of us like to think that they have things figured out because of, I think, just our preconceived notions of, as you get older, wisdom. Which, don't get me wrong, wisdom is something that I think that is acquired through experience and all that, and once you start doing it. But yeah, just doing stuff is so much fun, and whenever you lose that fear of doing stuff, there is so much power in it and so much tranquility in it, if I can use that word, that I wish that more people would do stuff that they are afraid of doing. Whoop, I got the wrong pen or wrong pencil there. So let's go back to my peppermint pencil. Sketch art. There we go. I forgot to do a little more detail here in the fins. But just something to think about. So if you're ever thinking about doing something, no matter what it is, honestly, if you just do it, it'll be so much more. I think once, like, in terms of, I don't want to repeat myself again, but yeah, just doing something and figuring out how unproblematic it really is such an amazing thing. So yeah, I'm gonna quit saying that because I've said it too many times already. But yeah, so I don't know about y'all or any artists that you may watch, but I like this reference window here that I made, and I like that Procreate has it. I think a lot of drawing apps have it, but I've only used really Procreate in depth. So in depth. What did I just say? Johnny Depp, in depth. Yeah. Anyways, all right. I think I got enough detail in there where I can start coloring now. Actually, you know what? The mouth is a little bit funky. So I'm gonna actually really darken this a little bit. A little bit there. Yeah. One cool thing about live streaming also that I've noticed is that, like, not having to edit is such an amazing feeling, and still having a video out there, because Like I used to have to. Don't get me wrong, polished videos are awesome. You know, I think polished videos are amazing. But a lot of times with this creative process, like you're just doing stuff, you don't want to have too much polish. Honestly, at least I don't. Like I like to, even in my art style now is a very messy art style. So like now what you're seeing me drawing is very messy, very like loosely, rendered. Sorry, I'm checking my phone real quick. Let's see. Checking to make sure I'm still alive and everything. Yeah, looks like I'm still alive. Cool. Yeah. Wonder if I'm ever gonna release those test streams. Probably not. Yeah, I probably won't ever. Alright, anyways. Let's see. Let's do some scales on the fish here before I start coloring. Yeah, as I'm doing this though, I've been doing this live streaming now for almost an hour. And I gotta say, man, not having to edit videos, like I'm starting to I was just talking about it, but yeah, I think live streaming is where it's at. Especially if you're able to do it like at all. Because it's hard live streaming because you gotta have a pretty great connection. Not the best connection ever, because trust me, where I'm at right now does not have the best connection. I only have like 10 megabit internet, and but it's good enough to be able to upload and download. I think I may have made the scales too big, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with it. I'm just gonna go with it. I don't like, if you ever notice, I don't like erasing in a lot of my artwork. So a lot of times I'll leave the sketch marks. Not like, even as you're about to see me color in a bit, you're gonna notice that I just leave my sketch marks on there because I think it just gives it a very human feel, and it gives a uniqueness to it because my lines are my lines, and I don't have to worry about you know making it the most polished or whatever it may be type of artwork, because that's not what I'm really going for. I'm going for, like I said, more of a sketchy feeling. That's how I may have made too big right here on the right side, but it's all good. I'm wondering if I should live stream on Twitch. That's something I'm thinking about right now. Like, should I actually live stream on Twitch? Because I know Twitch is a bigger platform than. I'm actually going to change this background color also. So I know Twitch is a bigger platform in terms of streaming than YouTube is, but there's a lot of negatives when it comes to streaming that I think on Twitch compared to YouTube. And I don't know, maybe I'll find out later on in life that, or maybe later on down the road. I said later on in life, later on down the road that Twitch is the better option for streaming. But right now, I think YouTube's the better option for me personally. It's because I have a smaller existing audience here. But it is my audience, and I don't want to abandon it. Like I was talking earlier about Valkyrie when she was like I said, she was a gamer or whatever. She's been streaming for a long time now, and she used to stream on Twitch exclusively, and for a little while she exclusively streamed on YouTube, and now she streams on both. So yeah, it's that's a great thing about being able to make your own life and make your own career is that you get to choose where you want to be and what platform you want to use and all that. I just think YouTube in general is a better platform for video creation because I think that even though Twitch is backed by Amazon, I forget when Amazon bought Twitch. Matter of fact, let me look that up real quick. I'm always looking stuff up just to kind of put stuff out there. Let's see. When did Amazon buy Twitch? They bought them back in 2014. Yeah. For 970 million. Good lord. Almost $1 billion. Yeah, that's crazy. You can retire off of that. Who's matter of fact, see, I always go down these rabbit holes, by the way. Sorry, I'm gonna get back to the drawing in just a sec. But let's see, who used to own Twitch? Let's see, Justin Kan and Emmett Shear. Called Justin.tv, which was live streaming service that followed Khan's life. Oh, that's interesting. Justin.tv, huh? That's crazy to think about. But yeah, so I know YouTube, they're making some changes to live streaming pretty soon. So that's also why I wanted to jump on live streaming because it seems like live streaming is the up and coming type of format. I don't want to do the IRL streaming. I think, that's to me that's too invasive. I don't want people popping up and, screaming and yelling all this stuff for I want to be able to live a private life and be able to make money, of course, as a creative, but do it in a way where I'm not, I don't want to be like an IShowSpeed or Kai Cenat. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Kai Cenat or Kai Cenat. But yeah, I don't want to be that. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. Like I'm not saying that just to make it seem like, oh, it's I don't want to make it seem like I'm better than anybody at all, because I'm not. It's just not what I'm looking for in my life, I don't think. And maybe I'll come to find out that maybe it is something that I'm looking for. Maybe I'll change my mind on it. But for right now, I don't think that I want that type of like attention. Yeah, it just doesn't seem attractive to me right now. And like I said, maybe it'll change in the future. And maybe it won't. We'll see. Yeah. Let's see. I'm checking my email right now. I do a whole bunch of random stuff when I'm drawing. Like, I don't just, by the way, I think a lot of artists do that, where they don't just draw. They either listen to music or they'll watch a YouTube video or something, which normally I'd listen to music right now, but if I listen to music, what'll end up happening is that the microphone will start picking it up. And I don't want that to happen because then that's how you get a copyright strike. Even though I already got a copyright strike, it seems like, or copyright strike, copyright claim. I'm not sure what the difference is. So I think it's just a copyright claim is what it is. I don't think it's a strike. I don't think I can get a strike when I'm not monetized. But yeah, it's just something that I need to look into about the Epidemic Sound, most likely, because they have a free trial, I believe, which is cool. So I may do that free trial for 30 days. Sorry, I'm being quiet right now. I'm just concentrating on doing this coloring. You ever draw something and the sketch looks better than the coloring part of it? Because if you look at this, like I think it looks pretty decent as a sketch. And right now I'm kind of like, probably shouldn't have colored this. But we'll see. Trust the process. They say, huh? We'll see what the process goes. A lot of times I don't really know. Like I have an idea of what it's gonna look like when I'm drawing, but I mean I don't really know. To be honest with you, I'm just kind of drawing from a reference and seeing where things go. Let's clean up these edges here. There we go. That looks a little better, like a little more like an eyeball. Also, I need to add my dark lines, but I usually do that at the end. There we go. Cool. We're good there. It looks pretty decent so far. I still gotta add some more colors though. I was gonna add orange. That's why you saw me messing with the orange a little bit. Alright, let's see. Also, if you notice that right now I only have like a to the left of my drawing, it has my Instagram and Threads, because in the software that I'm using, OBS is what I'm using. It allows you to add a what is it called? Let's see. It's not an image, text. That's what it is. Text free type 2. So yeah, I just added some text, free type 2 or whatever in it. And, it's just something to make sure that my handle's on there. So if anybody ever does watch this, they'll be able to look at that and be like, oh, okay, that's cool. So now he can hopefully get some followers or something. Get somebody to look at your stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna go right here. A little orange spot. Yeah, one thing I think I gotta do, I gotta start looking at more live streams of whoops. See, this is why I'm gonna erase that actually. What the heck did I do here? All right, so I'm gonna combine that to color. I'm not gonna add that just yet, because that's messing me up. Anyways. Nope. Not trying to erase. Trying to draw. Alright, there we go. Starting to get the hang of it. Yeah, thankfully there's nobody watching me right now. I think if there was people watching me and, engaging with me, I might get distracted. And I might end up doing even worse than what I'm doing right now. But yeah, so in terms of live streaming, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like I said, it's my first ever live stream. If you don't know, I don't think it's going to be my last, so I think I'm definitely going to do this more often. The one thing is, I don't know how often I'm going to do it, and I don't know for how long. I think right now I'm just doing it for a few hours, Like I said, I gotta go to work later on today. So, and I'm gonna be up all night because I have to, I work overnight tonight and tomorrow night. I work from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. It's a hell of a shift, but yeah, I haven't been, probably should take a nap, to be honest, before I even go into work. But otherwise, I'm probably gonna be tired tomorrow by the time I get off. But we'll see what happens. Because it is what it is as of right now. I can't really do much about that. Because I wanted to do this live streaming for a while, and now that I'm doing it, no backing down now. But yeah, I'm always curious about like other streamers, and I love seeing like I love being motivated by other people and seeing that something is possible. And when it comes to like artwork, I think one of the most popular artists that we all know about is like Bob Ross. Bob Ross was amazing. He was on public access television, and he single handedly got me interested in art. And I wouldn't even say that I was interested in art at the time, but later on down the road, he came to mind when it came to like the type of person that and the type of artist that I wanted to be. You know, just somebody that draws and talks and has fun with it. You know, not trying to. One thing I don't know is how long Bob Ross was. Like, how long was he an artist for? I could probably look it up. I'm not looking it up right now because I'm drawing, but yeah, maybe in a little while I'll look it up once I get some of these orangish details that I want to get in for this drawing. But yeah, I've always wondered how long Bob Ross, like how long was he drawing before he became like a public figure, as well as how long was he a public figure, and what made him want to do like the television show, you know? It's something I'm interested in. Mm-mm-mm. Drawing a fish. Things are getting very fishy in the country. Country of the United States of America. 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 If there was anybody in here, I would probably ask you who your favorite artist is. When I say artist, I don't mean just like drawing artists, like Picasso or yeah, I just know Picasso. That's the only artist I know in my life. So yeah, it's all about Picasso. Picasso invented art. So if you don't know, Picasso is a goat. No, but seriously though, like who? I gotta do a little bit sketch of like do a little fin down here. Wait, who's like your favorite artist? Not just artist that physically draws, but like it could be like a musician, it could be an actor. I should say creative. Who's your favorite creative on YouTube? Was on YouTube, videos, music, whatever. Doesn't have to be actually just YouTube. Just creative. Somebody who creates something. And because like one of my favorite creatives that I recently that I was looking at, I was re-looking at the documentary that he released on the what was it called, The Fall Off? Was it The Fall Off? I forget what it's called. Oh, let's see. Looking up J. Cole real quick. If you don't know who I'm talking about. Let's see. J. Cole. Here we go. Gotta wait for that thing. Anyways, back to the jar. Yeah, J. Cole, his album that his most recent album that he released, not the mixtape, but I'm talking about the actual album that he released. But he did a documentary on it. You know, it was a good documentary. Him just talking about like where he came from and just starting, and you know, it's very motivating for me especially because he's one of the people that you know I looked at. I was like, oh, if he could do it, you know, he seemed like a regular dude, man. How come I can't do that? You know, and I hope more people feel like that in the world where you know, seeing somebody and thinking that, oh, you know, well, they did it, but I can't do that. It's like, no, I think we can all achieve some success in our lives that we want to achieve, but it takes a lot of different things in order to achieve them. one of the things it takes is courage. You gotta have the courage to put yourself out there. Whatever you want to do, whether that be doctor, lawyer, artist, content creator. Artists like myself. You know, you got to be able to put yourself out there. I think another thing you got to do is getting rid of, well, not even necessarily fully getting rid of it, but just kind of putting it on the back burner, which is kind of removing the self doubt. Because like one thing that I struggle with now, because I'm such a new creative, is imposter syndrome, and I don't think it ever goes away because I've heard many established artists talk about imposter syndrome and what it is. And if you don't know what imposter syndrome is, imposter syndrome is just feeling like you don't deserve something. And actually, let me make sure I'm quoting that correctly because I want to make sure I'm giving you all correct information. So, imposter syndrome, also known as imposter phenomenon, something like a phenomenon. Sorry, I was listening to LL Cool J, the I'm Bad track, and yeah, so that's why I got that song stuck in my head. Something like a phenomenon. It's a great song. If you don't know what it is, it's called Phenomenon by LL Cool J. Definitely look it up if you've never heard it. It's a great song. Anyways, let's see. Imposter syndrome. Psychological experience that causes people to doubt their skills and successes. So yeah, you just doubt yourself. You doubt yourself, your success, all that stuff. And we all do it. We all feel like we're imposters. Some people don't. Some people have an inflated ego, and some people just have confidence in themselves. So you don't have to be egotistical in order to have confidence in yourself. I don't think, but you do have to be like delusional. You have to be like there's a certain delusion you gotta have to be able to think that you're gonna make something when nobody else thinks you're gonna make it. And they don't even necessarily doubt you. They just don't. They don't. What's the word I'm looking for? Support you. That's the word I'm looking for. And that's okay. You can't. Like if I supported every single artist that I looked up, that's a lot of trying to throw out support. But I do try to support as much as I can when it comes to artists and all that, or anybody creative that's trying to make a life from being creative, because I know the feeling. I know the struggle. I'm in the struggle. so so I know exactly what it's like. Let's see, I think we're here. I'm just gonna do some dark lines. I'm gonna start with the body first. I'm gonna do like a sketch here. There we go. Something like a phenomenon. Got this song stuck in my head now. Dun, 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 dun. That beat is a killer beat, man. I wonder who made that beat for LL Cool J, man. That beat is ridiculous, man. Like that beat is it's so captivating. Let's see. Looking at the reference here that I got. Yeah. Something like a phenomenon. Something like a phenomenon. Better quit before I get a copyright claim. I forget YouTube has copyright claims when it comes to live streaming, so I gotta be careful. This is auto stop. I don't know what this auto stop is. I'm looking at OBS right now, and I don't know what one of these Well, I don't know what a lot of these settings do, to be honest with y'all. But like I said, I'm figuring out as I'm going along. So that's what it's all about, right? Showing up, something not being perfect. It's perfectly fine for it not to be perfect, but being able to navigate yourself through it and being able to show up for yourself, man. That's the most important thing is showing up for yourself, honestly. Because if you don't show up for you, who's gonna show up for you? Maybe your mom. Maybe if you have a mom, if you have a supporting mom. But I know we don't all have a mom or that support system, so you got to be able to show up for yourself, man. You really do. Like it's an important factor in life. Yeah. So as you notice, if you can't tell, I'm a very messy artist, but I like it because, like I said, it's very unique to me. It's not perfect, and I love when something's not perfect because none of us are, and that's okay because we are human, and humans are flawed, and as flawed humans, we still deserve a life. Let's see, for the bubble, I'm gonna do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Yeah. And one thing I need to do more research on though is live streaming. Since I am in it now, I need to make sure that I immerse myself in it. So yeah, that's my drawing right there. Just a quick little sketch of a fish. Nothing too crazy. I think it looks pretty good, you know? I'm looking at the reference. It doesn't look like the reference at all. Oh, matter of fact, actually. But I actually add some, looking at the reference and I gotta add a little detail here for some sketches that I did. Here we go. Yeah. It looks a little better. Right. Let's see what other reference I can find here. Something like a phenomenon. Should I do a pumpkin? Should I do an avocado? Maybe I'm gonna do this avocado here. Trying to figure out what to draw. Just looking at some references right now. This is the life and art of an artist right here. He's looking at a lot of references and trying to find inspiration for what to draw. Honestly, it's a lot of what I do when I'm by myself. It's just, yeah, I think I'm gonna draw this right here. I know you can't see it, but I'm just telling myself this in my head. All right, I'm gonna draw an avocado, y'all. I think I'm gonna do this in this format instead now. So maybe I should, no, let's go back to paper actually. I'm gonna go 4x6. Let me see, how big is that? I gotta look to see how, let's see, 480 layers. DPI is 300. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this instead. Before I was using the paper size, now I'm going to use pretty much the full screen. All right. Yeah, but I wonder, like, in my life, like, I wonder what I'll be able to tell people in the future about my life, you know? Because it's something that I want to, something that I want to do in my life is just inspiring others to live their dreams, you know? And if I am able to make it, actually, you know what? I don't think this is gonna fit right in this format. May have to make it. I think I'm just gonna, yeah. In my reference, I only have like half of an avocado, but I'm gonna make a full avocado instead. That's cut in half. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. You know, it may turn out completely terrible. If it does, you live and you learn. You know, art is not all about perfection. Art is about realistic expectations, I guess. Turn that to a light pink for you. And I say for you, but it's really for me as well, so I can see a little bit better. Hmm. So right now I'm just doing a sketch of the seed on the inside. That is a seed inside of avocado, right? I'm pretty sure it's a seed. I think you could plant it and get an avocado tree. Well, if you can, I'm making that up, then, you know, just ignore what I'm saying. Just act like you never heard it. It's gonna be the outside of it. Right. On the other side, I'm gonna do the same thing. Yeah. Like I said, the right side, I'm kind of making that up. So, because the reference, it only shows. So if I would divide this, let's say, pretty sure y'all know what I mean, but this is what my reference shows. So on this side over here, this is what the reference showed me. This over here, the second part, this is the part that I'm kind of making up just based off of the left side. I'm like, may as well, you know. That's what art is all about, you know, making stuff up. And that's what I'm doing. Alright, so we're gonna go to layer number 2. If you notice, I don't know if you noticed this or not, and I'm pretty sure if you're paying attention to what I'm doing here. So I always put my color on the layer below my sketch. And it's a very simple reason why I do that. And the very simple reason why I do it is because I want the color to be underneath the sketch and not on top of the sketch. Because I want you to be able to see my sketch. So that's just a way for you to be able to see my sketch and for me to see my sketch too. Because if I wanted to, like if I go back and I go to like my, you know, the fish, I can get rid of the sketch marks if I want to. But you see it, that kind of looks, I mean, it kind of looks okay, you know, but I do like the sketch marks, you know, because it gives it more depth. And if I want to, I can actually kind of lighten it a little bit and kind of decrease the opacity to make it look, you know, a little bit better. But yeah, so going back to the color. Let's see. I think I'm gonna start with brown because I want to start with brown today. And we're gonna start with, whoop, that's mercury. It's not the right color, or it's not the right utensil. What I meant to use is pencil. because I'm all about the color pencils. If you don't know, most of my drawings have been done with color pencils. I've done some artwork with some paints, some digital paints, but for the most part, it's just digital color pencils, is what it is. Because I like them. And I think that they're pretty neat when it comes to color pencils. Something like a phenomenon. I got the song stuck in my head still. Goddamn. I mean, god darn. Excuse my language. Oh well. So I was just looking on threads. Like I said, Twitter clone. And once again, it got some inspiration. It says normalize starting at zero. Zero followers, $0, zero clue. And somebody says zero F's given. If you look stupid while figuring it out. Because it's okay to look stupid. And I'm all for it. Yeah, I kind of like looking stupid. Don't judge me. Maybe I have a fetish for looking stupid. But I'd much rather look stupid trying to figure it out than look stupid not even trying. That's a bar right there. I should write that down in a rap song or something. That's poetry for you. When the CEO blinded by the glow, it's different. If you know where that's from, you are a rap fan. Like a real rap fan. If you don't know where that's from, well, that's okay. It's okay not to be a rap fan. I understand. Yeah. So normally what I do here, I normally just do like a base color first. So I'm just gonna do some of the, let's see, I think I'm gonna do that in there. Here we go. So we're gonna do the inside of it. Inside of the avocado, it is green. It's like a highlighter green. And I'll add more detail in the future. Right now, doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to be made. It's okay not to have it figured out. I'm not good at singing, but I still do it because I like to do it. And that's okay. Because you don't have to be good at something in order to do it. You just do it because you like to do it. And you do it. And you do it. Like Michael Jackson said, just do it. I think Nike may have stolen that from Michael Jackson. I do it. Do it. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm making crap up now. So now we're gonna do what color's the outside of my avocado. I don't know what the color outside of avocado is. I'm just gonna go with like a dark color, a dark black. Don't judge me, y'all. I haven't seen an avocado recently, so I don't know. I assume it's like a black grayish type of color. So that's what I'm going with right now. Is a black grayish type of color. Do it. Hopefully, you're having fun watching me here. If not, I'll apologize in advance. But if you are having fun, I'm glad you're having fun. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of red here. I'm on a darker red. do 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 do. Hopefully, me not talking is okay. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of dark green. But this, I think I'm gonna do over here. Also gotta order some food before I go to work today too. The man's gotta eat. I can just grab something from the refrigerator. Either way. Sorry, I'm over here looking at my phone again when I should be drawing. Like I said, the life of an artist. There's a lot of distraction that happens. You are seeing it firsthand. Oh man. I'm trying to think of what I want to eat though. Let's see. Uber Eats. Let's see. I had some Chipotle earlier today. I think I'm gonna do some Wingstop now. Do the 6-wing combo. Lemon pepper, of course. So, I'm not sure how divisive it is, but are y'all like an all flats or all drums is what I meant to say. I do all flats most of the time, even though I eat both, but for the most part, I'll do all flats. Cause that's just the way I do it. Back to coloring. I think I'm gonna do a second green as well, cause I don't like the way. I'll do more of like a regular type of green. Good. As you can probably tell, I am not a professional artist, so I am merely an individual that likes to draw. I will say it one time, I will say it again. I will say it many times throughout my career. Nevertheless, I am an artist. I am an artist because I draw. I am an artist because I create. And what I won't allow people to do, I will not allow people to tell me that I'm not an artist just because I don't draw great or whatever. Because something being good is subjective. And to me, what I draw is decent. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to burp. But yeah, it's decent. It's not the best, not the worst, and I like it. So that's all that matters, right? Do a little bit of white in here. Yeah. Cool. Do some more red on the outside here. You don't know red's my favorite color. That was a random thing to say just now, but it's the truth. I think now what I'm gonna do, actually do a little bit of coloring on the background here. So as a matter of fact, I'll probably just do the whole thing red. It's not doing it right. Try to color fill right here, but it didn't let me do it. So I'm gonna color it in. And because of the lines, I gotta, anyways, here. So I'm gonna line that just a little bit. And I'm gonna do, actually, I might do a little bit of paint here, so. Let me see. I'm gonna actually experiment a little bit here because I'm gonna use some stuff that I don't think I've ever used. Let's see. So we're gonna do pencils, pastels, oils, that's the paints. Let's try this. Balea. Do a little bit of white. Use this on my background. See what happens. Oh, I like it. The way this brush. Oh man, I may have to redo my avocado, y'all. Kind of like this brush. Never used it before, but looks really good. I'm gonna change the size a little bit, make it a little smaller. Yeah, there we go. Try a little bit of a dark green. Yeah, I kind of like this brush. It's pretty nice. Gotta experiment with it a little more, but seems to be a pretty nice brush. When it mixes too, cool. It's very good. Very good. My name is Byron. You may not know that, but that's okay. One day you'll know my name. One day I'll be great. I kind of like the way this mixes together. Like if you notice, let me see. So like when I do this, it kind of mixes together a little bit, the white and the red. It's interesting. I like that. I like the properties. Yeah, I have to experiment more with this Procreate update. I've been meaning to make like a video about it, but what I might do, I might just do a live stream instead, where I just go over all the things that I've noticed about the Procreate thing or Procreate update. One thing I gotta keep reminding myself of is that I'm not just drawing. That I'm actually supposed to be entertaining here, and I'm not supposed to be like talking because I don't talk much when I'm by myself. Obviously, sometimes I do. I do talk to myself. I'm not gonna act like I never do. Still a little bit. Yeah, I think I might do a little bit of paint here. Yeah, I really like this brush, honestly. I think I might add it real quick to my favorites. Let's see, I might add a new category. New set. I'm gonna call it paint. Grab it. Grab it. Go to my brush library and we're gonna put it there. Cool. And it should still be. No, it's not. Okay. How did I do it the first time? There's a way I did it where it copied it. I may just have to duplicate it. But I do that. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. I'll just do the regular duplicate and I'll do it like that. Anyways, back to my avocado. Good old avocado, man. By the way, when my food gets here in about 30 minutes, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Go ahead and eat and go about my day. It's been fun though, man. Like, I'm excited that I did this. I'm happy that I did it because honestly, if I were to delay it even further, I would have been more anxious. But it's not all that bad, honestly. Like, it's really not. Like, I was able to get through it, and I'm happy about it. So yeah. That's why I need to add a little bit of yellow, mellow yellow. Yeah, I like how like distinctive this paintbrush is. And it's not like I'll show you in a second, but like gouache. I may do a little bit of experimenting here for a minute. Let's see. I'm gonna do a little bit of red on the right here on the border. Just a little bit, not too much. A little bit here. All right. Add a little bit of green. And yes, I know I'm using the new brush and not the old brush that I was using. Because it's fun to mix mediums, you know? The great thing about art, you don't have a blueprint. Well, you have a blueprint, but I mean, like, you can do whatever the hell you want, you know? Like, for me, I'm just randomly putting paint on the damn thing. So, and of course, it looks like an avocado, but you can make it whatever you want, you know? I don't say it's awesome. All right. I think I'm done with that. So yeah, it's a little avocado. Doesn't look good, but it's fun. something that I wanted to do. So, yeah, let's find another reference for me. Got some apples. Let's explore a little bit on Pinterest here. Mm-mm. Trying to think of what I want to draw. Let me go to. Oh, this actually looks pretty cool. It's like a shadow figure with a sword from. You ever seen Samurai Jack? Yeah, it kind of looks like Aku, like a female version of Aku. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw this. Right, we're gonna do a. We're gonna do a pretty neutral background color. We're gonna do something like that. Here. I'm gonna do pencil. And I'm gonna do black. Here. Let's see how far away my food is. About 20 minutes away. Cool. I still got about 20 minutes in. Why are they so far away? Why they what? What? I guess I ordered from the wrong wing stop or something. By accident. Oh well, next time. I don't remember. Alright, anyways. Back to the drawing. So we're drawing Aku. Female Aku, I guess. I don't know if these are like soldiers. Yeah, anyways, we're just gonna draw it, see what happens. I'm gonna experiment a little with some of the new brushes. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna see what brushes are good to sketch with. Because why not? I may as well. These last 30 minutes, let's go to pens. Let's see what the Minky brush does. Let's draw a circle. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that brush for sketching. Yeah, we're not gonna use that for sketching though. No. Let's try that Kestrel. Kestrel's a nice brush for sketching, looks like. So let's try to sketch a little bit with it then. We're gonna do some horns here. Matter of fact, we're gonna do 4 horns. We're gonna go crazy with the horns. Do that, and do that, and do this. And we're gonna do some eyes in the middle. Yeah, this may not be the best sketching brush, but it is a cool little brush. For the body, we're gonna do like a little fun dynamic pose real quick. Let's see. So we're gonna do something like this. Oh man, my mic died. Okay. So let me try to switch then. Give me 1 sec. Alright. Alright. We should think we're good. Audio levels look to be good. Let's see. Alright. I had to change out my mic real quick because I forgot to charge my mic. So I gotta do that right now, actually. Yeah, always remember to charge your mics, people, whenever you're about to go live. Because you don't want them dying in the middle of your live stream. And I don't know how long it was out. Hopefully it wasn't out too long, because I may have just been rambling and talking for no reason. Yeah. But alright. Let's see. There we go. Cool. Alright. Anyways. Kind of getting back to what I was doing. So I was experimenting with some of the brushes from Procreate. That's what I was doing. No, child, that's not how I'm drawing. That's funny. The reference. Dropped frames. Hopefully it's not skipping. Good. Anyways, I'm gonna continue. So Alpine, let's try some Nightjar. Let's try some Nightjar. Background, change it a little bit. There, here we go. So right now I'm gonna draw the Grim Reaper from Billy and Mandy. If you ever seen a cartoon growing up. But pretty decent brush. It's not the craziest. Like in terms of sketching, it may not be the breast. The breast. Well, the best is what I meant to say. But it is cool. I like it. Yeah. I think I'll kind of leave that there for now. Next brush, let's see. Got some markers, oil pencils, lettering. Let's try some lettering stuff. I'm just gonna write my name, see what happens. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's a cool little brush. Get rid of that. Providence. Oh, I like this one. Looks pretty cool. Oh, I did that completely jacked up. It's a little bit better. Yeah, I gotta learn how to use that one. But it's a cool brush, so here. I'll probably just clear the layer, but I'm over here erasing. Nights. What is it? Nightingale. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Had a little shadow. Like a little shadow effect that it has. That looks pretty cool, actually. I like it. And if you look at the shadow right here, the shadow looks pretty cool. I like that one. Yeah. It's a cool brush for lettering. Let's see what else we got here. Clear this layer. Looks like a marker. Not too bad. Alright, well my food is almost here, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream now. But it was fun. I appreciate you if you clicked on the video, you know. I'll be doing this more often. Don't know how often yet, but definitely gonna do this more often. And yeah, hopefully everyone talk to y'all in the next one.